Alright, so, alright, well, this is the installation and the configuration of Asterisk 16 and FreePBX 15, right, running on a CentOS 7 platform, operating system platform. And what we're going to do now is that I had how to put it, I had a ISO that was pre-fabricated for this ISO right here. This ISO was mounted onto the virtual box, right? It was mounted onto the virtual box right here, and I ran that, right? And what it did for me is that, okay, let me just shut it down. Let me show you what I did. Alright, I'll just turn it off. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how I did it. So you're gonna load it with optical drive first. Alright, so you're going to choose Asterisk 16, and we're going to say graphical installation output to VGA FreePBX standard, right? And as we will be installing that, then you will get a screen in between the loading screen where you'll see a lot of different syntax loading. Like in the bash, you will see the prompt to put in the root password. I put in my root password. Obviously, you know the username will be root, right? And I'll join you back just now, and I'll show you guys what I came up with when it booted and how it prompted me for when it was installed. Alright, so let's log in right now to our FreePBX. As I said, I set a root password already. And right, so right now we're logged into the FreePBX. As you can see, it told us our IP address, which is 192.168.5.50.81. Right, so what we're gonna do is that the Ethernet connection to this actual virtual box is bridged, so it's connected to my outside network or my real-time network that I use every day. Alright, so that means that the IP address scheme would be 192.168.5.50.0. Right, so if I do my IPA, which is IP address, it will tell my IP address here, as you can see, 192.168.50.881. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is that I am going to go to my outside computer here, and I'm going to ping that server. Alright, so outside computer could ping the server, which is the IP address here. Right, bow. Right, and I supposed to use to ping that computer there. What is the IP address for that computer? Let's see if I can guess it. Alright, so it's 160. Alright, that's the secret ping. Alright, so now what we're going to do now is that I'm going to go to my browser, and well, as you can see I already have it up. My browser, I got into the FreePBX. Alright, and I'm logged in as Kyle. Right, username for the is Kyle, and I added the extensions. So I did the extension, said add extension, and then I said SIP channel PJ SIP extension, and I put the extension here. So I had all the extensions, so just add an X1 413, display name 413. I can do a basic password for simplicity, that's for testing. Alright, so that's it there. Set it, submit. After clicking submit, don't forget to click apply config. So now I have a new, right, and they're all part of the same group. As you can see, they're all part of the same, they're all part of one group. But there's only one default group configured, which is an all users group. Right, so I'm going to show you underneath here, this one right here, the all users group, so they're all part of one group. Right, now I have some extensions configured. The other things that you can do, you also have to remember to activate. They give you a free activation, right, and they allow you to activate the computer. So I activated this for my first and only free activation, and this expires on the 12th of January, it seems. Hopefully to update again. And this is where I have all the other settings for DNS. As you can see, the DNS server. I don't have any intrusion detection set up. I've left it open for FreePBX, that's just testing. There's power options, right, power management, so for security purposes, right, and a whole set of other different stuff that you can deal with as you go along. As you can see, static IP address. This is actually a DHCP. It's supposed to be static, but I left the DHCP as it's just testing purposes. Alright, so that's basically for us. Obviously, once I know how to add extensions, so basically it's applications, extensions. Right? This will cover our basic extensions. As you can see, just with the basic passwords for everything. Now let's go to our app. So this is our computer on the outside, not our actual. Right. So okay. So this is our remote desktop here, where we have our server running off of on a remote machine, and this virtual machine has its own IP address, and it connects back out to the world, to our world, to my network, let's just say. And this is it right here. And as you see, we're gonna ping each other. Now I have one more computer, which is this computer here, which is another computer. So I have a remote machine, and in that remote machine I'm running a virtual machine. So I'm using that computer here, this virtual machine here, and I'm using this computer. The virtual machine is the server, and the two other machines are hosts. Okay, so basically I downloaded an app called MicroSip, right? And as you see out here, I could actually ping the IP address 81 as well, because I'm seeing it on my network, right, from the outside, and I configured MicroSip. What I did was that I edited an account, I made an account. This is the server, obviously, IP address. The username is the extension. For testing, as I said, this is the domain, which is the server as well, it's on that domain. And this is our basic password that we just put in, 1234. So we have 414, right? So I have it saved on this network here, and then when I go into my remote desktop here, and I go into my remote desktop here, I have, so that one was 414, I have 410, right? So if we go back in our browser here, we supposed to see this 414, 410, and I now added 413. Right, so these are the extensions, and let's just test it out. Let's just see if, as you see, same kind of configs, 410, basic password as I put, so just for testing. As you can see, 410 is seen all over. We can one for login, username and login seems to be the same, and display name, I can put any name there for the person or their function. Right, so let's save that. It's, as you can see, it's online, it means it's connected. Right, and let's, okay, so this is right, so like that. Right, and this is the other one outside, as I said, 410, and let's make a call. Hello? Hello? Well, 414 doesn't have any devices connected to it. Maybe I could connect something to it and see if it works. Let's see. Hello? Hello? Okay, it seems like I connected whatever and it started over the call, so let's go again. Hello? 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 Okay, I understand, because it's remote audio actually linked. They will not allow me to just have, okay. But as you can see, it's working, right? So that is my presentation on Asterisk 16 and FreePBX 15. Thank you very much.